I inherited $3 million from my grandmother, only to discover my husband had already emptied our joint accounts. The worst part, he took my daughter with him. The lawyer's office was quiet as she pushed the paperwork across the mahogany desk. Miss Wilson, your grandmother's estate is substantial. She left very specific instructions that you were to be the sole beneficiary. I stared at the number, unable to process it. $3 million. My grandmother, who had lived in a modest two-bedroom house and clicked coupons religiously, had been sitting on a fortune for decades. There must be some mistake, I said, my voice barely above a whisper. The lawyer, Miss Chen, shook her head. Your grandmother was very deliberate with her finances. She made investments that paid off enormously over the years. She wanted you to have security, Maya. Security. The word echoed in my mind as I signed the papers with trembling hands. My marriage to Ethan had been rocky lately. Had started failing, the mounting bills, the constant arguments about money. We could pay off our debts, move to a better neighborhood for Lily, maybe even save our marriage. I called Ethan's cell as soon as I left the lawyer's office, but it went straight to votion sale. I texted him. Then big news, be home in 20. You won't believe what just happened. Asterisk, the drive home was a blur of plans and possibilities. For the first time in months I felt like I could breathe, but when I pulled into our driveway, Ethan's car wasn't there. The house felt immediately wrong when I stepped inside, too quiet, too still. Ethan, I called out. Lily. I called out. Lily? Nothing. I moved through the rooms noticing subtle differences. Lily's favorite stuffed elephant was gone from the couch. The framed photo of us at the beach missing from the mantel. My heart began to race as I rushed upstairs to our bedroom. I yanked open Ethan's dresser drawers empty. The closet half bare, Lily's room, her suitcase gone along with her favorite clothes and toys. My hands shook as I opened my banking app. Our joint savings account. $0. Checking account. $42.13. They were gone. A note sat on my pillow. Ethan's handwriting instantly recognizable. Die up, Maya. Asterisk send. By the time you read this, Lily and I will be starting our new life. I've tried to make this work, but we both know it's been over for a long time. Your obsession with work and your emotional distance have made it impossible for us to be a family. Asterisk sen. I've taken what I deserve after 5 years of supporting your career while mine stagnated. Lily needs stability, something you've never been able to provide. Asterisk sen. Don't try to find us. Asterisk Ethan tidy. I collapsed onto the bed, the letter crumpling in my fist. My phone buzzed with a notification, an Instagram post from my cousin Emma, a selleth with Ethan and Lily at what looked like an airport terminal. The caption: send new adventures with my favorite people. Number fresh start, number family. The betrayal hit me like a physical blow. My husband, my daughter, my cousin all gone on the very day I could have fixed everything. I looked down at the inheritance paper still clutched in my hand and felt something shift inside me. The grief crystallized into something harder, something colder. If Ethan thought he'd taken everything from me, he was wrong. He had no idea what I'd just inherited or what I was capable of. Number chapter 2. The betrayal unveiled. The first 24 hours after discovering Ethan's betrayal passed in a blur of panic and desperate phone calls. I called the police, who listened sympathetically, but explained that since Ethan was Lily's father and there was no custody agreement, technically no crime had been committed. I'd need a lawyer, they said, a family court judge. He stole our money, I argued, my voice cracking. Joint accounts are complicated, ma'am, the officer replied. You'll need to pursue that civilly. I sat in our half-empty house staring at Emma's Instagram and post until my vision blurred. The notification chime of my phone startled me. A text from my mother. Dial, we need to talk about Ethan. Come over. Asterisk. I drove to my parents' suburban home in a daze, clinging to the hope that they might have answers, might help me make sense of this nightmare. The familiar driveway, the neatly trimmed hedges, the wind chime my father had hung years ago. It all felt like a different life now. Mom opened the door before I could knock, her expression a mixture of concern and something else. Something that made my stomach tighten. Maya, honey, she said, stepping aside to let me in. Your father and I have been so worried.